Silence is indispensable in the spiritual life. We read in the Old Testament that the young Samuel was in the temple and God spoke to him. And he got up and he went to the priest in the temple, Eli. He said, "You spoke to me." Eli said, "I did not go back to bed." So Samuel went back to bed and he heard the voice of the Lord again. It's happened a couple of times. So finally, Eli, the priest, said, "Next time you hear the voice, say, 'Speak, O Lord, for your servant is listening.'" So for us to be able to hear the word of God, we have to have silence. Silence. Jesus started out his public life by spending 40 days in the desert. He prayed, he fasted, and he battled with the devil, and all of that was in silence. Another biblical figure that is fascinating, and he's the greatest saint in the church. His name is Saint Joseph. There's no recorded word of Saint Joseph in the whole Bible. He was a man of silence. Why was he a man of silence? So that he could hear the word of God. He could hear God speak to him. He could be aware of inspirations. Silence. Another struggle in the modern world is when we go into our churches today. Often there's too much noise. There's too much clatter. Too much confusion. Too much commotion. And as soon as you enter into a Catholic church, you should be silent. Moses had to take his sandals off before the burning bush. We should take our sandals off, meaning the sandal of our vocal speech, so that we can interiorly be speaking to God. So silence, once you enter into the church, you enter into a place of a 3 times holy God, as we read in Isaiah. Silence is so important. Great discoveries. The theory of relativity was discovered in silence. Great works of art. The Last Supper of Leonardo da Vinci was done in silence. St. Thomas Aquinas received the inspiration, wrote the Summa Theologica in silence. For us to be able to hear the voice of God in our lives, we must value silence. So let's turn to Mary, who received the Word of God in the silence of Nazareth, that we would value the importance of silence.